You guys, I just had a creative breakthrough a couple of days ago and it's been on my mind. I spoke about it a little bit on my Instagram, but I knew I had to come on here and sit and pour out even more. The other day I had an amazing day. When I tell you I was vibrating on the love vibration, believe it, like nothing fazed me that day. I was just like, I felt love surrounding me everywhere. It just felt amazing. It was an amazing day at work, and that night when I came home and laid my head down, I had like a vision, like it just downloaded on me about how I wanted to be and how I wanted my art business to be. If you don't know, I started my art business in 2020, so 4 years ago. And it didn't really start off as an art business. I knew I wanted to create art and sell it, but I wanted to do it on my own terms. But I didn't have clarity on exactly what I wanted, so I was just like, I'll sell my digital work because I was into graphic design at the time. And I was like, well, I'll just sell my digital work on phone cases. So I marketed my art business like it was a phone case company. And it did wonderfully when I was putting my all into it. So I did a lot of TikToks and I got thousands in revenue in a few months. And then it kind of dwindled away because TikTok algorithm changed and I couldn't keep up. And so I kind of like gave up and I was like, I want to like change it up a little bit and add my original artwork because I was getting back into painting. So I switched up my website a bit. I still sell phone cases, but then I was like, I'm gonna sell my originals and prints. So I started marketing myself as like a painting shop where I sell my originals and prints. But now with rediscovering who I truly am as an artist and creative, and how I went from hating the fact that I was a multidisciplinary, I can't even say that word, the fact that I was a multidisciplinary artist because I wanted so badly to just stick to one lane, because I wanted to be a master, like how you see all these amazing artists and they're so focused and driven on one thing, one hobby, and they become like experts in that field. That's what I wanted. I wanted it badly, but I'm the type of person that doesn't work for me because I'm a creative in all aspects of my life. Like, I'm not creative in one area. I am creative, period. Like, I am a creative ball of energy. And it took me till last week, 2024, to really have that like click in my head. Like, I was slowly understanding, like, I just love to create. I'm a creative. And I said the words, but you know when that thing just clicks in your head? And I just had this vision of my life and my art business. And I was like, why am I just doing paintings and graphic design with putting my graphic design on phone cases and selling my original paintings when I love to create every which way? And I know like last year I was considering adding crochet to my shop, but I decided not to because I thought I would become overwhelmed and I didn't want to have too many things on my site to overwhelm my customers. At the time it made sense because in my head I was thinking the only way I could sell crochet is if I'm constantly making crochet to put it out there. But my vision that I had was to have a art shop that was more so like set up like an antique shop. Like when you go inside of an antique shop, you're not expecting to find anything in particular. You're looking around to find that piece that you love that you're going to take home with you. It could be a furniture piece, it could be a clothing item, it could be jewelry. Who knows? You don't know. It could be a piece of art. That's the vision I had for my art shop, a virtual antique shop, but art, like an eclectic art shop. I'm the eclectic artist. I create in every which way. All the businesses that I've ever created are now going to all become one, and it's going to be related because it's surrounding me. And how am I not relatable? In the past, I started and failed a waist bead shop. So now I'm like, I can get back even into making jewelry and adding that on my shop. And instead of worrying about making bulk orders and things like that, I will make one of ones. Everything I make will be an art piece. I don't have to make a boatload of crochet hats and sell it like it's merchandise, just going in and out and having a set number. Instead, when I feel like making something, that will be the art piece. Currently, I am working on this. Oh, and I forgot to say, guys, I'm sorry because I'm so excited to say, but this is originally Thought Talks. It is now called Creative Chats or Create and Chat. I haven't decided which one I like better yet, but this is what I will be creating today, and this will be one of the first crochet items that I'll be adding to my website. It is another balaclava, but I'm making it more like a editorial style balaclava, more so than a fashion piece, or it could be a fashion statement. But I have the hole in the top where the ponytail will go, someone's ponytail, and then your face or your eyes will be out right here. And I'm gonna be crocheting this while I talk and dive deeper, and hopefully I'll get done today, because I don't know if I'm gonna get done today, but I'm gonna kind of tell y'all the vision a little bit while I crochet. But anyways, back to this amazing story of rediscovering myself. I had the vision and it just made sense. And what's crazy about visions is when you say them out loud, they're very much so, duh, like, why didn't you think of this years ago? Like, that's nothing new under the sun. Why couldn't you think of that before? But when it hits you in your heart, it just, even the simplest thing, just, it sounds so profound. And that's where I'm at right now, because that vision really was like, it all makes sense. I started my business in 2020. And if you told me in 2020 that my business still wouldn't be like popping, blown up by now in 2024, I'd be like, then why am I starting it? But now I realize that that was just a stepping stone. And I'm so grateful that I didn't blow up in the past, because I would have blown up on the half truth. I wouldn't have blown up on me. I wouldn't have blown up on my truest self of how I really truly want to be. Because if I would have blown up in the past, it would have been so harder for me to pivot and redirect to where I am now. And that's the gist of this conversation today, this chat. If you are in a place right now where you have put in work and you're expecting or expected to be at a certain place where you are, it's more than likely not your time, and that's a blessing that it's not your time, because you still have to discover more things about you or rediscover more things about yourself, and you probably have to pivot. It's a blessing. It's not a curse. It's not something to be like, oh, why am I not there yet? Because having this amount of clarity right now, I am so thankful that I'm still in the beginning phases of my creative journey. I am so thankful that I am in the beginning stages of my growth on social media and my growth with my business, because now I get to show up as my true self. And of course, I'm going to continue to evolve, but the clarity that I have right now, I know is just going to add on top of that instead of being like complete pivots. I see my entire vision for my future so clear, as if it's already right here in my presence. I know for a fact that one day I am going to be at a place where I'm just going to be known as that really down to earth, earthy, artsy girl who has a eclectic art shop, a luxury eclectic art shop of one of ones, and also prints for people who want to support, but you know, art's expensive, so I'll also continue to have my prints and stuff. But I see that vision so clearly, and I see myself growing older, and I see myself one day getting to a point where okay, I have this beautiful art shop. Let me make an actual brick and mortar shop with it and turn it into a kind of like eclectic art shop slash antique or thrift store shop, because I've always wanted to own a thrift store, honestly. I have many visions for myself, and now that I am at a place with truly like accepting the many different avenues that I enjoy, I realize that it's not something that I have to pick. I don't have to pick a lane when I can do it all. So I am going to be that eclectic creative artist who owns her antique shop slash art eclectic art shop, and one day I will retire and I'm gonna start a band, a cover band, a locally cover band, and I'm gonna be the lead guitar. Like, I just have all of these visions, and it's just like, duh, of course Elle's gonna do that. Why wouldn't she? Let me start crocheting because I'm yapping so much, and this is definitely supposed to be a create in chat or creative chat. I like creative chat better, but you know, we'll see. But yes, that is how I am feeling right now. I am on a freaking high because I'm like, I just know it all makes sense to me, and I see my vision so clearly, and I really wanted to like come out here and kind of like share it with you as a creative, because I know there are seasons of doubts that all humans go into, and we will feel like we're failing or we're not at the place where we want to be. But I'm telling you, keep going, keep pushing, because you have to do the things that you want in order to find the clarity that you need to pivot. Because the thing is, I would have never discovered this if I have not been working on speaking my truth this entire year. I would have never came to this conclusion. You don't get clarity by just sitting around just hoping and waiting for clarity. You get it by doing. You get it by trying things out and figuring out what you like and what you don't like and rediscovering yourself. And the only way to do that is to do. So don't be down on yourself if you're in a season of wishing you were in a different place that you are in right now, because you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And that's the blessing. That's the beauty of it. So beautiful to be where we supposed to be. Yeah, there is no mistakes in this life. You know, I can't sing, but that's okay. I still love music, and that's why I'll just be the lead guitar singer. I'll just be the lead guitarist, okay? But now that I have that main topic out of the way, I do want to talk a little bit about my ideas for my vision for my site. So I already said like it's going to be like an eclectic art shop, and I switched up a lot of things on my website already. So if you want to check out my art shop, my new and improved art shop, I'll have it linked below. It's l9.com. And I just went from it being very much like girly pop, trying to like attract the girls who love phone cases and all that, to being more my style, being more the things that I enjoy doing. Because how beautiful is it to create things from the heart and just put it out there and see what happens, instead of like trying to follow trends and you know, trying to follow trends. And I've been doing great as far as creating the art that I want. Like this past year with me adding paintings to my site, they have truly been paintings that truly come to me. And I started off strong with that. But because I was walking in my truth with what I wanted to create, it made me realize that I can sell everything that I'm into creating. It doesn't just have to be paintings. It can also be crochet. Like sometimes I want to crochet a piece, but I don't want it for myself. Sometimes it's just something that comes to me, that speaks to me. Like this, what I'm making right now. Like what I envisioned for this is, when I was thinking of it, I was like, it'll be so cool to have like a very like editorial, very fashion statement piece of a balaclava that goes around, you know, your face and only shows your eyes and eyebrows, right? I have a hole out at the top because I envision like some artist or model to wear this in like a photo shoot or a music video, where they have like their long ponytail coming out the top, their beautiful eyes with their nice eyelashes on, and then I'm gonna add like a ribbon around the neck area so you can draw it in and tie it so it'll like snug around there. And then I'm gonna have it like kind of lay out on the neck a little bit, and I'm gonna add like the you'll see, because I might not get done with it today, but when I am done, you'll definitely see the vision that I'm talking about. But I also want to add like jewels to this, like some type of jewelry around to really make it pop and make it more, you know. So I'm really happy that I'm diving into this, because I was thinking about doing like hats, crochet hats in the past, but I'm glad I didn't go for it with that, because I think I like to lean more into like statement pieces more than anything. Like, of course, I'll still do hats if I'm drawn to it. I'm going to do whatever I'm drawn to create, and whatever that isn't personally me that I wouldn't wear, but I still want to create it, those are going to be the ones that are sold. And I'll definitely stick to more so like accessory style things more than like clothing items, only because I'm doing one of ones, and you can't really do a one of one clothing item because everyone's different sizes. So that's why I want to stay away from that, because then that'll get into like the fashion realm, the merchandise realm, where I got to make one for each size, and I don't want to do that because sometimes I just want to make one thing and not have to make it again. And then there are some times where I do want to make it again, but like in a different color, but then that'll still be its own art piece, you know? So I'm very excited to see where this takes me. I want to dive into it. And also shout out to all of my multi-disciplinary, why is that word so hard to say? This is why I keep saying I'm an eclectic artist, because multidisciplinary, multidisciplinary, okay. But yeah, that word is a tongue twister for me. To all my multidisciplinary artists out there, I want this to also be your sign to think about how you can like show off all of your art, because we live in a world where people just talk about marketing and niching down and having certain niches in order for your business to thrive, but nobody takes into consideration creatives. Creatives cannot niche down. We should not have to niche down because it stunts our creativity. And I hope that me sharing my new business or rebrand will help you to discover exactly how you want to portray yourself as a eclectic creative. I also have 2 different websites. One of them is L9, which is my eclectic art shop, but I also have lnight.com, which is my personal brand, me as the artist. And I do want to do something for the creatives on there. I think it would be really cool to like eventually one day be like a creative coach and help other artists on their journey and help them with their path. I think that'll be amazing, because one thing that I've always wanted to be since I was a child was a teacher. But I didn't know if I wanted to be an art teacher, a math teacher, but I like teaching in general. I like helping out other people because there's enough room for all of us to grow, and I truly believe that. And I would love to be the help and witness someone who started from wherever they are and blow up because I helped them. Like, that is a dream, like to really change lives, to really inspire people, and to really like help other creatives on their journey. I'm gonna be figuring out exactly what I want to do with like the creative coaching side of it. If you think you'll be interested in like anything like that, please give me some ideas on what type of like coaching services would you be down for as a creative, because I want it to really embody me too, like as a spiritual person, as a creative person, as also as a business mind. I think all of those are very important, especially for creatives, because a lot of times we get so wrapped up in the business and it stunts our creativity, when really we need to incorporate all of those things in our sense of self to come up with something that truly speaks to us, that we can truly dive in. Because if you only go with the business aspect of it, you're going to get burnt out and you're going to end up hating your passion. But when you come from a place of truly knowing who you are and creating a business around you, the brand, it will be remarkable. So I definitely would love to like start some type of like creative coaching service, whether it be like courses or like maybe I'll write an ebook. I don't know what's the best way you guys like to learn. I know eventually when my membership becomes available on YouTube, I'm like halfway there to being not monetized, but halfway there to having like the memberships. I would love to like open up my memberships for creatives to sign up, and you know I'll have different like tiers for different things. That way I can help creatives in like with social media growth and just developing themselves and finding themselves. Like, I definitely see myself doing that. I just see my vision so clearly, and I'm really thankful for all of the opportunities that I've had thus far, and I'm thankful for all of you guys who sit here and watch my YouTube videos, because honestly I was not expecting to have so many views when I first dropped. You know, I was starting from the trenches, starting from zero, and I was expecting trenches views, but the universe just has some plans for me. And now I just want to take full advantage of it and make sure I'm not being stagnant or being scared. Because one thing that really used to scare me was like memberships. Like, I don't want people to think I'm just like trying to grab their money, but it's like, if I want to be a full-time artist, I should be diversifying myself, because there will be some days when art sales aren't going to be coming in regularly, and I can always have another like form of income. Like, what else do I like to do besides create? I like to teach. So why can't I teach people? It's just an exchange. I'm teaching them something that's so valuable for, you know, a small profit that I get back, so I can fund my lifestyle and pay my bills and be able to, you know, not have a 9 to 5, but do this full time so I can dive even more into helping others and creating. So creatives out there, if you think you'll be interested, please let me know, because I would love to hear your ideas. I think this is the year, okay? This is the era for multidisciplinary artists to really show themselves and show just truly how creative they are, and how we are the niche, baby, okay? We the brand. We can do it all, and we can grow from it. We're not going to be stagnant. Watch, you know? And listen, I'm living proof of it already, because I've grown to 20,000 followers on Instagram, and I don't paint all day. I crochet, I talk, I yap, I teach. Like, I spread my journey, you know, document my life as the eclectic artist that I am. And I've been loving it thus far. Like, it's just been feeling, this all has just been feeling like home. Like, everything that I'm doing, it just reminds me of the creative space and the creative freedom I had when I was in high school and I was in my room with my door shut. Like, being by myself in my room with my door shut in high school, I was creating left and right, and it felt so beautiful, and I didn't question it. I didn't doubt myself. And I'm getting back to that. I'm getting back to me. But I am going to crochet a little bit, play some music, you know, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to get done with this today, because it's getting late already, and I want to make sure I edit this video, because I have a long weekend ahead of me. I have a wedding to go to tomorrow, so I want to make sure I have this video edited and scheduled for Wednesday. I already have my video for tomorrow scheduled to post tomorrow, and then I have another wedding to go to that is out of town next weekend. So I have some videos to pump out, because I'm really in a creative mood right now. So I want to make sure I get my videos out now, get them recorded, get them edited, so that way I don't miss any uploads. Because I already know that next weekend, with that wedding being out of town, by the time I get back, I am not going to want to record. I am not going to want to edit. So I'm trying to get this done this week. So bear with me if you don't see an upload one of the days. Just know that that is the reason, and I didn't ghost y'all. Okay, this is what I got so far. Not that far, but somewhere. I'm probably gonna finish this today, but I don't want to crochet until the sun go down because the sun is the only source of light that I have, well, that I like to use. So I'm gonna end this right here. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and if you think this will benefit another creative in your life, go ahead and share it to them. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.